Lucy becomes friends with like the black daughter, and so Lucy comes out and she's got she looks
Lucy's
like Bo
the baby.
Derek now. She's got braids.
Oh, right.
And then the father's like, what is this? And normally if she had had braids, that would be a screaming match in the house, and he would make her shave her head.
He has to accept
and
it.
spend like 10 days in that black cube in Mecca, as punishment. But not
It's
this
a
time.
Wahhabist family.
So they come out, and the family, they see Lucy's braids, and she's like, look what Kaisha did,
What happened to your hair?
I fixed it. This is an African hairstyle that dates back to 3500 BC. It was used to define status in the community.
Yeah.
And then Kaisha walks in the frame. She goes, it's an ancient African hairstyle dating back to, and then explains that this is an ancient African hairstyle, and that's why she has the braids. So that's their cultural sharing.
Yeah.
And then the final part is the older black brother and Matt. They take the longest to get to. So at one point, they take the longest. Simon is in.
Are the parents at odds too, or they're cool with each other?
No, they've
They're
invited
cool
them.
because they're boomers and they solved racism.
They went to Woodstock.
They understand. Yeah, they remember fucking listening.
They're
to,
Che Guevara.
Yeah, exactly. They remember. Well, they weren't. They weren't like. They were probably.
There's an evangelical Christian
They were
minister.
vaguely aware of like soul music.
Yeah.
So that means they don't have to. They get all this. This is because it's 1996. So the prevailing mentality at the time is like boomers solved racism.
Boomers solved racism.
We fixed
People
the
are
world.
overreacting to Rodney King. It's like so that's Anyways, so then the older brother and they don't really get along because the older black brother is like he's kind of surly.
What's your problem? I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
And Mary's like, hey, do you guys want to play basketball? He's like, oh, because that's what we like. We like basketball, huh? You think that's what we do after church?
Hey, you guys want to play some basketball?
You think that's what we do after church? Play basketball?
And so, Matt and him, there's tension. And then they go to pick up the kids at school, right? They go pick up Simon, and Simon's taking a while to get out, because he's in suspension for punching that boy that called him an N-word lover.
Oh, he got in trouble for that.
He got in trouble for it, so he's in after school
That's an
suspension.
injustice.
Yeah,
Did the boy get suspended too? The one
they
who
don't
dropped the
mention it at all.
N-bomb?
They don't mention
Oh, he's
it
the
at all.
principal now.
Yeah, no.
He got a promotion.
Yeah. Well, you have to understand, this is Sacramento in 1996. This is
He's on paid leave, the other kid.
So normalized.
yeah,
back then,
racist place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the school security guard, he sees them parked outside in the loop where people park to pick up their children from school. Right? That's where they go, and it's after school.
Yeah.
Time where you'd be.
I think I know where this is
So
going.
Matt comes out there. He's like, he sees the black kids. He's like, what the hell are you all doing over here? And Matt's like, we're just picking our brother up from school, man. Stop giving us a hard time. Doing this.
Yeah.
Really doing his acting, man. Man, could you just stop giving us a hard time, man? We're just picking up my Christian brother from school and his friend.
It's because the security guys like, there's a black guy in your
Because
car.
there's a black guy in the car.
Yeah.
Sir, my sister went inside to get my little brother, and we're not leaving until they come out.
Son, this is what I do. I keep vandals off of school property.
And he's like, yeah, well, my job is to keep vandals. Looking at the black
my
guy.
God.
Vandals.
Yeah.
Away from here. Vandals and miscreants. You guys are going to get back in the car and leave. He's like, we're picking up my brother, man.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just kidding. You're not even a real cop. And he's like, get back in the car and leave or whatever. And they're like, whatever, man, forget you. And then I think they just leave Simon. I can't remember if they even pick him up or not.
Where's Simon?
He got suspended. Dad picked him up earlier.
Okay, final warning. Let's go, people.
But they leave and they're getting back to the house. And then, they're walking back. And the black brother is like, man, why do you think he gave us a hard time back there? And Matt's like, I don't know. The guy was just a rent-a-cop dick. He's like, oh, you think that's all it was? And he's like trying to explain.
Yeah, no matter where I go, people are afraid of me because I'm black. Sooner or later, the wrong person's going to be afraid of me. And boom, I'm dead.
He's like, man, everybody's afraid of me. Did I ever do anything to you? Did I ever threaten you? Did I ever hurt you in any way? But you're afraid of me too, just like the security guard was. And then Matt says to the black kid, he goes, no, you know what the issue is, man? It's your attitude. All right?
Oh, no.
You go around with a chip on your shoulder like everybody owes you something.
Oh, no.
Look, I don't know what anybody else's problem with you is, but my problem's not the color of your skin, it's your attitude. Your attitude scares me. I never know when you're just gonna go off for no reason.
Oh, no.
And
You're
then
living off the dole.
And then the black older brother, he goes, he takes it into consideration.
Wait, that's the lesson?
That's the cultural sharing that happens is that
They have bad attitudes.
Yeah, they got bad attitudes.
They were just waiting for handouts.
They got
my
bad
gosh.
attitudes. And
What?
so Matt
Christ.
teaches the older brother that it's like because black men have a bad attitude, that's why stuff like
they're
Rodney King
welfare
is
queens?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. And then at dinner,
And he's
right?
like, "You're
at dinner,
right."
there's an ongoing
puts on a
joke throughout
suit.
the episode where each family member, it goes down the line until they take turns, where somebody says, if you rub salt on butter, it heats up, and then they pour salt on the butter stick, and then he goes, yeah, put your hand over it, and then when they put the hand over it to feel it, so the other person smashes their hand in the butter.
good prank.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the old salt and butter trick.
I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, it's kind of making the rounds this weekend.
And then the dads are like, oh, I remember this trick. And it's like, what? No, but this isn't a trick.
the
It's some
hell?
weird fucking thing you made up.
They're going to end up with a grease stain on their shirt.
It starts with Matt, and they do the trick down the family until it gets to Ruthie, and then Ruthie does it to the older black brother. And then this is after Matt's speech to him about his attitude, right?
It's your attitude.
Yeah.
It's your shitty attitude.
And then, but before that, before how the butter gets to the table, right? Because Matt says that to the older brother, and the other brother, he's like, oh, it's my attitude problem. That's why black males are,
Oh my god.
And so then they're at the dinner table, and the mom says, Matt, can you go tell Lucy to bring the butter into the kitchen? And Matt, instead of getting up, he goes, Lucy, bring the butter into the kitchen. And then they kind of look at him, and he like shrugs or whatever. So what Matt has learned from black people is being loud.
Being loud and abusive to
So
women.
he's loud. And
Yeah,
so
right.
that's what
Yeah.
he picked up is
Yelling at women?
Yeah, is screaming.
Wow.
So he's learned that. That's the cultural sharing that happens
Jesus
between them.
Christ.
Yeah. And someone's getting residuals from that episode.
Right. Yeah, and then the
A
episode
rapist is.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
episode, of course.
Whoever
ends
wrote that is,
with the parents obviously almost fucking while dancing to Louis Armstrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, that's black music?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
what a
from his black
wonderful
music from
world.
like the 30s.
Yeah. Dude, that is demented.
Did they ever-
Sorry. That's not how the episode ends. The episode ends with the black pastor deciding to hold a service at the
White church?
No, at the remains of where the black church is. So there's some of the altar is still visible, the stained glass is still there. The rest of it's burned out, but they do it
Powerful.
outside, right? And so they have chairs set up, and then you see all the people in the town coming together to attend the black church's service, the first one since it got burned down. So we see the white people showing up, we see the black people showing up, then we see a Sikh man showing up for some reason. There's a guy with a turban and the whole outfit on, and then two Wahhabist Saudi princes.
Muhammad Atta.
And those are no, literally they've got the
just the 9/11 hijackers.
they've got the whole outfit on. They're dressed like they're in fucking Dubai or some shit.
Adam's parents show up.
Yeah, well, no, that's it.
My mom
and then
said.
that's it for the cultural sharing. Is they have
I forgot.
for some reason there's a Sikh man and then two Saudi princes, and then they're like, and that's everybody,
Yeah.
and we're all here.
And that's all the kind of people
Yeah,
in suburban Sacramento.
yeah.
And he gives a good sermon.
He's like, he ends with like, he's like, I can't help but be reminded of my son's words. Dear God, please stop the fires. And and then it freeze frames.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
I don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
It's your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, so he
And
learned how to act right.
Who?
The older
He
black
learned how to
kid?
pull his pants
That's
up.
all. Is you get that one moment, and then Ruthie smashes his hand in the butter, and you can see he wants to be mad for a moment and kill her naturally.
Right.
He's gonna have his gang kill her, but then he remembers
Jump
Matt's
her.
speech. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he stops.
He was gonna wild out on her.
Mm-hmm.